What's up guys, welcome back from the Yugioh Pro dual video, the new danger cards. Let's try them out right from Soul Fusion. Most of them are okay. There are a couple of, like the spell for example, is definitely solid, a solid main deck addition. The trap card, the second expedition, on first sight I was like, nah, that card is terrible, but you know, after testing, it's actually quite of a good card. Also had, pretty much because of that grave effect, right? Second expedition, just discard it or get it in your graveyard and then use it during your opponent's turn. That's the most important thing. 41 cards, Warrior Engine again is in the deck. I know people don't really like it, but it's just how Konami wants it. If your deck is able to play something like, you know, Noble Knights, Dark Refer, Armageddon Knight, Malicious, especially Dark Refer, since again, you know, Danger do run Dark Refer in the main deck, and Dark Refer just screams to add in Isolde and friends, especially Malicious, to get those extra link summons. Anyway, so a couple of traps as well. Triple Danger Zone, I believe that card is an instant staple, at least at 2, maybe at 3. You know, going first and just set it is again quite strong, especially because of all those danger cards currently released. The PKs, because of the new PK link that's also here in the extra deck, so the deck is heavily based on the dark attribute. Okay, let's see a couple of example duels. Okay, game number 1. I think I get to start. No, the opponent gets to start. Okay, that's all good. I believe the biggest disadvantage of this particular deck is not running hand traps. I mean, you can definitely run cards like Impermanence or maybe Ash Blossom or something like that. But again, it's not really optimal of running hand traps with Danger. You can definitely do that, but again, I'm not sure about that particular choice. Monster Reborn on his alternative does force out the Blue Eyes special summon, right? So I can just establish my board, go for the PK link, search a couple of, you know, Fog Blades, etc. But I think, depending on his hand traps, I should be able to attack for game. And that's something that I believe one of the biggest advantages, or I think you should definitely do with Dangers, is just go for the OTK. Again, you have so many cards that special summon themselves, and again, you know, just going for those link summons, etc. And especially Boral Sword, also one of those link monsters that might be banned in the future. You know, it just facilitates so many OTKs. Another example against Pendulums, going first against summons. I mean, going for summon sorcerers is so easy here in the deck. If you open one of your warriors, you can instantly go for it. Again, you don't really have to run it, right, but I think Dark Refer is pretty much staple in any danger deck, and just with Refer in hand, you can discard pretty much everything to search out Malicious or your Phantom Knights, right? So that's just more darks, and this is something that you definitely want to work towards too, is your Tomahawk. Tomahawk again opens up so many plays, and Gumlar. Gumlar is well, at least it wasn't in my danger deck from last week with Orphagals, right? But again, Gumlar should be pretty much staple in dangers because of the discard effect, right? I don't need to explain that, and just add in the regular good stuff from today's metagame, today's format with Phantom Knights, etc. And then you should be in a very good position. Then again, I think I should have used my Fog Blade on this Electromite. I mean, I was like, well, I just have to keep the Fog Blade just in case if he's going for something like Boreload or Boral Sword, but again, not negating the Electromite would give him, or at least gave him, more pluses and more options to just force out the Fog Blade and eventually still go for the Boral Sword, right? So, and he can also going for, at least he's able to go for Vortex, so nope, that's definitely, at least, yeah, a couple of mistakes on my part. Had a strong start, but he had the right answers, and only one negation, and again, no hand traps is something that did hurt. Yeah, not really sure what my neck. This is one of the new ones. I believe it's at 2 currently in the deck. It might be a 3 of it special summons itself when it's discarded, or of course with its enhanced special summoning effect. So basically giving you an extra dark on your side of the field. The trap card, second expedition, one of the new traps, or at least the new trap from Danger, is better than I expected. You know, the effect isn't really that great. It like boosts up the attack and defense of a Danger card on the side of the field, I believe, but that's not really a great effect. The second effect, that is, lets you use or lets you discard during your opponent's turn. Again, just, you know, discard a danger card, and then you'll be getting the danger effect, and then the trap card will send itself to the bottom of the deck. So basically, again, giving you the extra draw, again, built-in upstart goblin effect, and it will also trigger your danger card. So during your opponent's end phase, using something like Bigfoot or Thunderbird to pop the face down back row or your opponent's monster is just very strong. Same for the spell. The spell is basically, well, with which card I can compare it. Well, it's just removal, and again, just return one of your danger cards on your side of the field and one monster from your opponent. Return them both back to the hand, so again, potential triggering your danger cards, so well, you get them back to the hand, so you could use them again. And of course, just like the trap card, your spell card, your danger spell, also has that built-in graveyard effect. Again, potentially for like an extra draw and a discard effect, so definitely a 2-off in any danger deck. It might be a 3-off, maybe that would be a bit too much. It still hasn't used the Summon Sorcerer, so eventually going to flip over Danger Zone. There should be like a Bigfoot, or did I have it? Yeah, did I have it already in my hand? I think so, but eventually the Trap card as well, the second Expedition. During the opponent's end phase, discarding Thunderbird, pop one of the backers and again get a draw thanks to it. So again, super solid card. The effect isn't that fantastic, but the graveyard effect is superb. Special summoning the Nessie. I'm not running the new level 7. Is it the Wolf? The Wolf is also level 7, but the effect is so... well, it's not good. You might want to main deck it just at 1 to have like an extra level 7, but I wouldn't really recommend it, right? So eventually going for Gumlar again, forcing out the... I think we knew he had like the honest Neo, so definitely force it out, and eventually going for the Boral Sword Dragon to pretty much, well, I can't go for damage, but I can clear his field of all of his beatsticks, and that's the biggest advantage of the Phantom Knight engine, is searching out your Fog Blades, your effect negations, and that somewhat solves the problem of dangers. Not, again, not playing the hand traps, but you might want to add in Ash Blossoms if you want, but might be risky, right? So this, again, should be able to, at least I should be able to deck for game. Another example against Burning Abyss, the opponent starting off. So my opening hand is very good, having the spell already, which is a potential out to those Floodgate monsters. The Fog Blade is always fine, Thunderbird as well, Nessie, perfect. Opening with Nessie is always good. So the opponent having a very solid start, the Fog Blade negating a monster effect, and Beatrice as well, but let's play around it. So set at 3, I need to get the danger monster on the field to flip over the spell, bounce back the Thunderbird and the Beatrice back to the hand, and to the extra deck, use the engrave effect of my spell, discard the same Thunderbird, get rid of the Fog Blade, draw into one of my warriors, and now I can just again start up the Dark engine, the PK engine, the Warrior engine. It just facilitates so many OTKs and goes super well with the PK engine. I make a small misclick here with Nessie. My plan was to go for what's it called, Tomahawk, and go from there, but have to recover with Summon Sorceress, PK Phantom Knight, etc. Going for Unicorn to get rid of the Graph, and now, well, again, a very good position. We know the opponent has Seer and Tour Guides, and of course a double Fog Blade here set, so this should be my game. Well, anyway. Last example again, card destruction for those draws. The Nessie gets Ash Blossomed, which is fine. Get a Surge a trap card, and get rid of the second Expedition, the Danger trap card, to get an extra draw, right? But basically fueling again those Link summons. The one of Hand Trap was already baited out earlier, so I can freely go for Summon Sorceress. And my plan wasn't to go for Tomahawk, but going for the PK Link, and I should be, yep, indeed, going for the Gumlar Dragon as well. I mean, next to Boral Sword, the Gumlar is one of those Link monsters that might get the X sooner or later, right? Not really sure. Nope, I don't have the option to get the special summon during my opponent's turn, so Gumlar during my opponent's main phase, right, or draw phase, right? That's better, of course. But okay, you could maybe risk it and already flip over your danger zone, hopefully like drawing a danger monster that lets you special summon a monster to one of the extra monster zones, or the zones where your Link monsters are pointing towards to. But yeah, again, whatever, right? So Thunderbird is going to pop the face down back row, and now I should have enough fuel to eventually attack for game. So the new support, okay, spell is definitely very solid. The trap card is better than I expected, might bump it up to 2, currently 41 cards in the main deck. The warrior engine, again, it just goes too well with the danger cards. Facilitates OTKs, facilitates Gumblar Dragon, and you know, the dangers just goes so well with these new cards. Level 3 as well, definitely a solid card, but the other ones, not really sure if I want to main deck those. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.